Hi there, welcome to another episode of 411 Pop Culture. This is your host, Justin Steele. Adventure Time is one of my all-time favorite animated programs. There's music, magic, and comedy, and several poignant moments that make this show truly unique. This is one of those few shows that adults can watch with their kids and be completely entertained. I can't recommend this show enough to my friends, with or without kids. Throughout the series, heroes Jake and Finn come across a myriad of zany characters. Some of the best episodes, in my opinion, center on the witches that reside in the apocalyptic land of Oo. So, oh my glob, come along with me as we list some of our all-time favorite witches from the land of Oo.
Hey.
What?
How would you court me?
Spaghetti dinner?
The first witch on our list is the Hag. The Hag makes her appearance in the first season episode City of Thieves. The episode begins with Finn and Jake as they are debating Finn's skills at walking with a modified version of stilts. The Hag morphs out of a tree and tries to warn our heroes not to enter the city, for they will ultimately be doomed to become thieves themselves. They dismiss her to help out a tearful little girl named Penny on the outskirts of the city. After a series of misguided mishaps, Finn finds that the Hag was right. Jake was a bit more susceptible to the city's influence. Finn, unfortunately, was tricked, and the Hag comes to gloat. With his newly stolen babe-styled red boots, Jake plucks the witch up between his stretched paws and flings her out of the city. The Hag is one of two tree witches that we see in this series. This one has some good in her in the fact that she tries to warn our heroes not to go into the city. Still, she is more than happy to laugh at their misfortune.
Who the heck? Hey, it's okay. Shh. I'm your guardian angel, Finn. I'm taking you to the chamber of the crystal eye. Oh, yeah! Where I'm going to cook you and eat your flesh. Trust in your guardian angel.
First appearing in the season 1 episode Dungeon and then later cameoing in the later episode The Suitor, the Guardian Angel is an entity that appears to be as helpful as she is angelic. However, she soon hilariously drops the facade to reveal she plans to capture Finn the human and eat him, after a slow boil. It is never fully revealed to what exactly the Guardian Angel really is. However, she transforms, has an evil side, and is definitely insane. That seems pretty witch-like to us. Her maniacal and hilarious insanity made us LOL, and that warrants her a place on this list. I'll save you, Finn.
Sure hope he saves me. I will save thee, Finn. Lady, you are sick!
The next witch from Adventure Time that we love is the Tree Witch. We first see the Tree Witch in the second season episode To Cut a Woman's Hair. In this episode, Mrs. Yoder is a mother bird who has injured her beak. Finn and Jake decide to help her out, and the episode opens with Finn feeding the baby bird's chewed up food. As Finn and Jake leave, they come across a shaking bush. This bush morphs into the Tree Witch. She suffers from baldness and beseeches their help. The two debate on whether or not she is evil. Jake uses his charms on her to help her gain some self-esteem, but this only backfires. She ends up sitting on Jake until Finn can procure princess hair for the Tree Witch. This episode unfolds as Finn races to one princess of Oo after another. This is an uproariously fun episode that deals with Finn trying to figure out his relationship to each princess and often finding out that he and the women speak very different languages. He is about 12 or 13 during this season, and he is conflicted between his burgeoning feelings and determination to stay young and carefree and focus on more boyhood adventures. After failing horribly with Muscle Princess and LSP, he finally manages to get a lock of Bubblegum's hair. Unfortunately, this is made of bubblegum and the Tree Witch decides to kill Jake. At the last minute, Finn unveils his own glorious head of hair and donates it to the Tree Witch. Immediately afterwards, the debate of whether she is evil comes to pass as she proclaims that she will use her newfound beauty for more evil. Luckily, and ironically, Her new hair is her undoing as she trips over it and snaps her leg. She is super funny herself in this episode, as she is often caught muttering about being evil under her breath, while Finn and Jake are often debating whether or not she is. Her expressions as Finn taunts her are true to life, but soon to be very founded as accurate. Her presence in this episode is one of the first inklings that Finn is growing up.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I know I'm ugly and evil.
The next witch on our list is Maja. Maja first premieres in the episode Sky Witch. She is the titular Sky Witch that Princess Bubblegum and Marceline the Vampire Queen must try to find in order to retrieve Hambo, Marceline's lost teddy bear. Hambo is a sentimental piece of memorabilia that she links with happier memories of Simon, the Ice King. Maja absorbs the power that comes from such sentimental items and purchased Hambo from Marceline's ex-jerky boyfriend Ash. Maja is a powerful witch that enjoys other people's suffering, including her familiar Crabbit. Crabbit does her evil bidding, but secretly wants to devote his time to becoming a dancer. True to form, Maja punishes him for such desires and dreams. Maja's other prominent episode is Something Big, when she resurrects Darren the Ancient Sleeper. The ultimate fates of Maja and Crabbit are uncovered in the series finale Come Along With Me. Maja makes this list because she is truly evil. She is a character with no redeeming qualities. Despite this, her actions inadvertently push forward the relationship between Princess Bubblegum and Marceline. Bubblegum uses the rock and roll t-shirt given to her by Marceline in order to trade for Hambo. This allows the Vampire Queen to receive back her beloved Hambo, and even though Maja may be fairly despicable, she is the catalyst for many moments that warm our hearts.
Listen, Mrs. Witch.
I never married.
Well, I never ate your donuts.
And our number one spot goes to the witch from the episode The Witch's Garden. She gets my number one spot because it was after watching this episode I knew I was an Adventure Time fan. I had watched a dozen or so episodes before it. I very much enjoyed it, but this episode made me laugh so hard that I knew there was no going back and I was going to follow this mythology to the end. According to the Enchiridion and Marcy's super secret scrapbook, her real name is Flora Dulcina. She features prominently in the first season episode The Witch's Garden. She has a myriad of magical powers which she uses to teach Jake a lesson in morality, which he absolutely does not learn. But that's okay because he went through enough humiliating exercises to at least save his buddy Finn. The witch from this Witch's Garden is an impatient, paranoid, and contradictory witch that insists she has never married. In particular, she hates liars. She appears to enjoy growing donuts, but tends to get annoyed with them too, especially if those donuts are really bagels, which makes them liars. The Garden Witch is the first random character not part of the main cast that made me crack up laughing and thus ensured that I would love Adventure Time. And I knew I would follow this series until the end. So, thanks for watching. Do you agree with my choices? Did I forget any of your favorite witches? Are you going to hold the guardian angel against me? Please like, comment, or subscribe below. This is 411 Pop Culture, where real people talk about really everything. Thank you.
Yeah, it's not like I killed your husband or something.
I am not married.